And we're back. It doesn't take long to just do a quick little reset. Now, those of you that were here last year, you saw our very next guest win the coveted title of the 2024 Canadian Administrative Professional of the Year Award. Now, you get to hear from her twice this week. Once right now as last year's winner, because the winner always gets the opportunity to come back and tell about their year. And then later on Wednesday, she's going to talk about her virtual assistant business because a lot of people ask her about that. So today we're going to learn about the lessons she has learned in the past year as being the 2024 Canadian Administrative Professional of the Year. Now, Heather embarked on her administrative journey over 20 years ago, shortly after graduating with a Bachelor of Arts with the business administration option from Sir Wilfrid Laurier University. Over the years, she delved deeper into her administrative professional career, earning her CCAP, which is Certified Canadian Administrative Professional Designation, in 2009, her diploma in business administration from McMaster University in 2013. She is a dedicated, self-described lifelong learner, and she actively engages in ongoing professional development through conferences, workshops, and learning sessions. She is a proud member of the Association of Administrative Professionals and Canadian Association of Virtual Assistants. She has a wonderful family with a very supportive husband, Tom, two children, Jasper, 11, and Fiona, 9. Heather, tell us about what you've learned the last year.
Well, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you so much for the warm introduction. It's an honor to stand before such an inspiring group of professionals and to have heard the two speakers before me. And let me tell you, when my name was announced as the winner during Admins Rock last year, I was speechless. It may be a bit of a cliche, I know, but it was no less true. Yes, me, someone who usually has a plan, a backup plan, and a spreadsheet for both plans. Yet in that moment, none of my carefully laid out strategies could prepare me for the overwhelming wave of emotions. Pride in the work I've poured myself into, disbelief in this journey, disbelief that this journey had led me to such an incredible milestone, and above all, deep gratitude for the people, the experiences, and the lessons that shaped me along the way. And today I want to share how this remarkable accolade has influenced my professional life and shifted my personal perspectives, and most importantly, impacted me as a whole. I'm so excited to be here today to talk about my lessons learned and to look back on my year as the Admins Rock 2024 Canadian Administrative Professional of the Year. Professionally, the recognition was a game changer, one that reshaped not just how others see me, but how I saw and see myself. First, it elevated my credibility and confidence in a way I didn't expect. I've worked as an executive assistant for years, and my focus has always been on supporting others, ensuring their success while remaining somewhat anonymous in the process. But suddenly, people were asking to hear my story. The award validated my journey, proving that my work and contributions mattered beyond just the day-to-day operations. It gave me permission to step out of the shadows and take up space, not just as a service provider and executive assistant, but as a leader and advocate for the administrative profession as a whole. This recognition also opened doors I hadn't imagined. Since being named Admin of the Year, I've been invited to speak, collaborate, and share more about my experience, much like I'm doing today. Not just in private discussions, but on larger platforms where my voice can reach beyond my immediate network. It's given me the chance to engage with other professionals, exchange ideas, and contribute to important conversations about the evolving role of admins in today's workplace. Clients and peers alike have become more curious about what I do, and that curiosity has led to new opportunities and deeper connections. Perhaps most significantly, being the 2024 Canadian Administrative Professional of the Year positioned me not just as an entrepreneur, a small business owner, and a service provider, but as a thought leader. This newfound visibility comes with a sense of responsibility, an obligation to use this platform for more than just a personal success. I now feel a greater duty to mentor, guide, and support others in the admin space, helping elevate and advocate for the profession at every level, whether someone is just starting out or is well established in their career. The recognition has also given me a renewed sense of purpose. With this visibility comes a challenge. To ensure that the impact of this award doesn't stop with me, I want to pay it forward by supporting and uplifting others in our field, creating a ripple effect that strengthens the profession as a whole. Now to get personal. This award made me pause and reflect, of course, and most importantly, perhaps, it allowed me to celebrate. Celebrating my own achievements is something I've never prioritized in the way that I should. I think a lot of us can relate to that. I've spent years moving forward, always focusing on the next goal, the next project, the next task that needs my attention. But somewhere along the way, I forgot to stop and appreciate how far I had already come. As a mom, a business owner, a volunteer, and someone who thrives in service to others, I often put my head down and just get to doing the work. There's always more to do, always someone to help, always a task that demands attention. But this recognition made me stop and truly acknowledge my journey. For the first time in a long time, I looked around and realized that my family, friends, and colleagues and clients weren't just celebrating with me in the moment of my win, they had been cheering me on the whole way. Their support had always been there, constant and unwavering. Beyond that, this recognition sparked something within me. It didn't just validate my past work. It ignited a newfound drive to keep growing, learning, and expanding my skills in ways I hadn't fully envisioned before. I've always believed in the power of education, never staying stagnant, and in always pushing forward. So this year, I've made the decision to pursue my TICO certification. This allows me to add travel planning to my services, at least in a more official capacity over and above standard flight bookings and hotel reservations. I hope to have this achieved before fall. Additionally, if all goes as planned, I will be stepping into the Director-President role with the Association of Administrative Professionals at our upcoming AGM this June. This isn't just a new chapter, it's the start of a new volume in the story I'm writing for myself. And now comes the fun part. I'll walk you through several of my lessons learned over the past year. First would be that your work matters. Administrative professionals are often the silent architects of success, holding everything together with precision, dedication, and skill. We may not always be front and center, receiving public accolades for the work we do, but our impact is undeniable. The emails sent, the schedules managed, the crises averted before they even become noticeable. These are the everyday victories that shape businesses, support leaders, and drive efficiency. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that just because our work is sometimes unseen doesn't mean it's unimportant. In fact, it's the foundation upon which so many things are built. Second, imposter syndrome is lying to you. I used to wonder if I was enough. I questioned whether my experience, my voice, and my perspective truly held weight. But what I've learned is this: leadership isn't reserved for the loudest person in the room or the one with the most years of experience. Leadership is built through consistency, care, and showing up with integrity, day after day, in small and big ways. It's about embracing your own unique strengths, knowing that they make you stand out, not hold you back. Third, we need to celebrate our wins, which I alluded to slightly earlier in this presentation. Far too often, we rush past our accomplishments, immediately pivoting to the next task, the next challenge, the next goal. But I've learned that growth is not just about striving forward, it's about pausing, reflecting, and appreciating how far we've already come. Success isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about acknowledging the journey. Let others see what you've achieved, because you never know who you'll inspire in the process. Also, whether you're just starting your admin journey or you've been walking this path for decades, know that what you do is valuable. Administrative professionals are the backbone of efficiency, the problem solvers, and the innovators, quietly keeping businesses, leaders, and teams functioning at their best. You are more than just the tasks you complete. You bring strategy, intuition, and heart into every aspect of your work. And sometimes it takes a moment like this and the accolade that Ron has brought to us with the Admin of the Year competition to remind you just how far you've come. But beyond the personal achievement, this experience has reinforced a truth I've come to hold close. Representation matters. As someone running a VA business while raising a family and taking on leadership roles, I've realized how powerful it is for others to see what's possible, to witness firsthand that success in this profession can take many forms. that growth, leadership, and influence are not reserved for one specific path, but can be achieved through dedication, resilience, and a willingness to carve out space when none existed before. I want to be a good example, not just by working hard, but by showing others that they can too, just as others before me have paved the way. If my journey can encourage someone to step into their own potential with confidence, to embrace their skills and celebrate their progress, then this award is not just a personal milestone, it becomes a shared victory. And in conclusion, I want to offer some final thoughts. One that comes not just from my experience over the last year, but from my entire administrative career spanning the past 2 decades. We all should strive to step outside of our comfort zones. Growth happens when we push beyond what feels safe and when we challenge ourselves to take bold steps toward new opportunities. If you're unsure whether someone will nominate you for something like this, start by nominating yourself. You know the value you bring to the table and own it. Advocate for yourself the way you would for others. Too often we wait for external validation when in reality we are more than capable of recognizing and celebrating our own achievements. I'm living proof of that. In both 2023 and 2024, my journey began with a self-nomination. I believed in the work I was doing and in the impact I was making, so I decided to take that step. I then also shared my goal with family, friends, clients, and colleagues, letting them know I was pursuing this recognition. I asked, gently and respectfully, of course, if they'd feel comfortable submitting a nomination too. And to my surprise, not only were people willing, but they were eager to support me, to share why they believed in me, and to advocate for my success. Putting myself out there was intimidating, no doubt, but looking back, I see it as one of the most important decisions I made. Not because of the recognition itself, but because of the realization that stepping forward and believing in yourself invites others to believe in you too. As Lewis Carroll wisely said, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. So take the chance, put yourself out there, because you never know where that one bold step could lead. And on that note, I say thank you. I'm so excited to be part of Admins Rock this year and to celebrate the remarkable achievements within our profession. I can't wait to see who will be recognized as the 2025 Administrative Professional of the Year. Congratulations to all the finalists, and cheers to the future and all the incredible opportunities that lie ahead. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Just so everybody knows, it's free. There's no cost, there's no obligation or anything. We'll be talking much more about the award tomorrow because it's pretty awesome. And as a winner, Heather gets, excuse me, she gets attendance for life for free. So there's lots of really good prizes in there as well. So thank you, Heather. I know that people are going to want to ask you about it. So Heather will be in the bar later and you can ask her questions and you can always reach out to her. She's very responsive, so she can reach out.